Valentino, and this is Wow Win on Wednesdays. And I'm actually laying here in the bed. I've been sick last couple of days, but I wanted to be able to go ahead and make a video because I said I would. The commitment, being able to commit to keeping your agreements that you have made. So this is Wow Win on Wednesdays, episode 4, week number 3 of first season. So anyway, this particular Win on Wednesdays is going to be dedicated to my big cousin, Dr. David Walker Sr. May he rest in peace and also rest in life. He was a good man, straight up, and he won. He won in the game that we call life. He married the woman that he wanted to marry. I remember his mom, my Aunt Lois, my great great aunt, telling me about how he had wanted to marry his wife. And I believe Uncle Lebo, his father, told me that same story or a similar story like it. And so he won in the game of life. He married the woman that he wanted to marry. He stuck with her up until the time that he passed. I got a call this morning that he passed on this morning. And so he won. All of his children went to college. They all got college degrees. And I think four of them actually became doctors. And one of them right now is working on his PhD. And he also, he saw his grandchildren. He has plenty of grandchildren that are here, and his children are just continuing on with his legacy. And so he got to see all of that while he yet lived. He got to enjoy his life while he yet lived. And so he did the things that he wanted to do and went the places that he wanted to go. But he also was a man. He was a man's man. He was a man of community. He was a man about the community. And I know that just from being in Pine Bluff, anytime I would tell somebody that, he was my cousin, they'd be like, oh man, Dr. Walker, man, he did so and so and so and so when I was young. And man, he inspired me to do this. He inspired me to do that. And so that felt good when I came to college to go there. And then his wife, she worked over the administration area. I just remember her and him always treating me well the whole time I was in Pine Bluff, but not only just while I was in Pine Bluff, but even after Pine Bluff. Anytime I would call him, he would always answer, or at least he, try and give me a call back, and he was always happy to hear from me. And so, I saw him not too long ago, and it was real good to be able to see him during UFPB homecoming. And so, needless to say, he won. He won in the game of life. He won. And anybody that knows him would probably agree that he won in the game of life. Now, doesn't mean he was perfect or whatever the case may be, but he won. He really won in the game of life. And he had a plan for his life. Excuse me. And he went for that plan. And, he leaves behind his wife, beautiful wife, my cousin, and his children and grandchildren. And he just lived a full life. He was blessed. He was blessed to see his children's children. And that's a blessing in itself. And so he understood what was important about life. He understood what was important about life. And so I just want to encourage everyone to not look at the temporary wins or the temporary losses, but life is to be lived as a whole. Life is like a sentence, okay? And a sentence, if you don't read the whole sentence before you get to the period or the question mark, okay, then you might not understand the whole sentence. But better yet, life is more like a whole book. Okay, one chapter says this, and it'll seem like it's terrible. The next chapter says this, it'll seem like it's great. But most of the time, by the time you get towards the end of the book, it ends well. And I believe that his life was a testament for many young men. For many young men, he inspired many young men to try their best and to do, and that they, we could achieve what we wanted to in life. And I'm very thankful. Even though we didn't, I didn't have this huge, big relationship with him or nothing, but being able to know he was my cousin, what I'm saying, and to be able to, the conversations we did have when we had them, it was not like, well, yeah, you're much younger than me or whatever. No, it was my grandma's first cousin. Excuse me. However, he never treated me like that. He treated me like I was his cousin, and he treated me with just as much respect as I treated him. And he was just a good man. Just a good man. And so I just want to send this Win on Wednesdays out to everybody for Focus on winning in the game of life. A temporary setback or a temporary win or loss does not determine the end of the chapter. Okay, it's not the end of the chapter, nor is it the end of the book. You too can win in the game of life. And so I'm striving to make sure that I win in the game of life and focus on what's important. Okay, win on Wednesdays. Wow, with Armani Valentino. And having said that, listen, you guys, I love you. Go for it. Go all the way for whatever you want to go for. Go all the way. You never know what day is going to be your last day. And so love the people that are around you. Love them. Love them. Love, 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 love them. Let go. Let go of all hurt, shame, bitterness, and betrayal, you guys. Let go of it, okay? And focus on winning in the overall game of life, all right? I love you like I said before. God loves you more. Claim the increase, but also increase the climb. I'll see you at the top. Peace.